Welcome to Punish for Protecting live Facebook broadcast with the other half tonight. We have a special broadcast tonight. We have Robert Slavin. We have the other half with Brandon Letts and Jason Doolittle, as known as Jaydo, and Prize, and his wife is on too, Jessica. We're very excited to have them on tonight. And what has happened, you know that I like to put the spotlight on the state of West Virginia, and you know that I've spent a lot of time down there watching the corruption occur down there while they're stealing children and doing a whole lot of money stealing. But this is a very interesting story tonight. This is a viral rap sensation. Their video has literally gone off the charts, and this group is actually exposing CPS for what they really are, kidnappers. And before we go any further, I'm just going to have Robert talk a little bit about this group, because they performed at his event with over 30,000 people watching at the For the Children event. Robert, let's talk about these guys.
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, what else could I ask for? I mean, when we're talking about what we're dealing with at the event, you know, that music that these guys do, it speaks for itself. And you know, it's very clear what they're speaking on. And you know, actually all three songs that they did, the one was family I got kidnapped stuck in my head, but it was the second song. I dug that second song too. I think you guys just put the video out a couple times as far as the 3-song set that you did. And you know, look, you guys are dear to me in my heart, and I believe in everything you're doing, and I personally believe that you know, music is going to be the way to kill this. So you know, you keep writing, and we'll keep doing what we do until we get change, or until somebody else steps behind us and wants to fight this fight with us or for us. Because you know, I go through times where I'm like, you know, I get frustrated and everything, and then I'll go to Brandon's video, Young Prize's video. Let me call him Young Prize because that's his name, 517. So I'll go to his video and I will listen to what he says, and then that puts me back into reality, letting me know that, you know, life ain't so bad on my end. You know, once you hear this man's story and his wife's story, you'll understand that, you know, I know in my case, in my personal experience with this, my story ain't like his. So I'm going to let him speak to you on that. And he's the one that can tell you the story the best. And, you know, like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. And I truly love you guys. And, you know, let's keep doing what we're doing. And we're bringing so much attention to this. And I couldn't ask for, you know, anything more from anybody. So that's really all I got, friend.
Well, that's cool. I want to introduce both artists, and then I also want to introduce Jessica. But before I do, I want to say this. As a girl, one of the things that I noticed about your family is the love that you have, and you can see it inside the video. And I think that people, artists in general, I'm not a music artist, but I'm an artist. I have a creative side. And I think that artists in general, we kind of have the same type of spirit, you know, and we look for certain things. And I know that Robert looks for heart. That's what he looks for. He looks for heart. When I see some of his performers that he's produced himself, they all have one thing in common. They have that heart. It's like people can sing, there's all kinds of talent out there, but do you have that heart? You know, that's what really gets, I believe, attention. And that's what's needed in this family revolution, that we're fighting. So I see that, and I see that love between the husband and wife, and that's something that I admire, as well as your talent. And I see you, Jaydo, how you're up there, and how the two of you artists are you're just awesome. And one of the key things that I like to show the world right now while we're doing this live, and mind you, everybody, this is going to be going on 5 TV stations by tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to be going from New York to California so that we can get more attention, because the video is about 47,000 right now, but we want to see this go to hit millions, and you be the face for this family revolution. Many different types of music, many different kinds of music styles. You can show that, talk so they can hear you, so they can see that while I'm speaking. Go ahead. Let's undo that mute there. Show us what you got there. Show us what you got.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
My kids
And
used
the
to
name
get,
of the song,
Yeah.
the name of the
Yeah.
song
Let that.
is Kidnapped.
you
Kidnapped.
know,
And so we're here today because there's discrimination going on. Okay. A lot of discrimination. People go by what you look like. They judge a book by its cover. And let's face it, I court watch, I call it court witnessing, and I've been in many criminal courts. And I've seen a lot of child rapists get a year in jail and a pat on the wrist, and they live by schools now.
oh
And they
yeah,
look like butter could melt in their mouths. They look like they're innocent little, sometimes with the bow tie, nice little, and people are judging books by their covers rather than what's really happening. And in this whole industry, this child trafficking industry, from family court to CPS to foster care to forced adoption, all of this fraud, this child trafficking industry is based on lies, false allegations, and ignoring evidence that's real, right?
absolutely, 100%.
Tell us about what made you guys start doing this aside from your art. Like, what made you start actually wanting to expose this?
Me and my wife, I wasn't home. I was locked away in prison. My wife got entangled with CPS, so did my other kid's mother. Well, she was programming, doing everything she was supposed to. I came home from prison, no parole. I had nothing to do with the cases. They basically drugged me in, criminalized me, victimized me, forced me to drop 6 times a week. When I was clean, they would falsify my drug screens. We took hair samples and were clean on hair samples and could prove that. They basically victimized me, criminalized me. They had a witness say they heard me say I was going to kill a CPS worker, and they went to court and ran with that. They never filed a police report. They never had it. Well, the lady who did it ended up with custody of my 2 daughters. Go figure. So with all the corruption going on, I got tired of watching my wife cry herself to sleep. So I wrote a song. I got tired of it. The only way I can fight these people back, because I'm low income, I don't have money. Had I had money, they couldn't have took our kids. They couldn't have. But because we couldn't fight, they did. Matter of fact, because once they took our 4 daughters, with court appointments, we lost them. They tried to take our son. We've hired an attorney, and we still have our son at home with us now. That goes to show you what money will do. So, we wrote the song, and this is the only way I know as a person to really fight these people. Money ain't going to do it, but writing a song, it exposes it to millions of people if they're ready to listen.
Well, the words speak for themselves, but before we play it, I want to have Jaydo talk a little bit about why you're doing this.
How you doing, everybody? Basically, I've seen my sister get trapped in CPS cases, and all her kids got taken away, stripped of her rights and everything, and just watched her fight it for so long. And then when me and Brandon hooked up, he immediately expressed how much heart he had towards how these people just came and kidnapped his kids, and he had nothing to do with any of it, and just came home, got thrown into a case, basically stripped of all his rights for no reason at all. And when I seen that, and just like Robert was saying, which that hit home, Robert, about people having hearts. And when you have a heart like Jaydo the Don, you find somebody like Young Prize, and he has a heart just like mine, man, you hold on to that. So me and Prize built up the other half, and we're the other half of society. We're the voiceless. We're the warriors in the fight for people that aren't strong enough to fight. And we just need a little support backing us up so we can make things happen and get some changes, with the corruption and everything behind CPS. So that's my brother right there. That's my sister. And I've watched them fight so hard these past couple years, and they're amazing. The love they have is amazing. The love they have for their kids is truly something special, and they deserve their kids back, bottom line. And we're going to keep fighting. We will not be silent. They can hate us all they want. They can threaten us. They can take us off of whatever they want to take us off of, but we're going to have a voice, and we want the people to have a voice with us.
Absolutely.
That's right. And I want to make it clear, like, you guys know what I do nationally, and this is happening to all kinds of families, and literally it's happening to wealthy families too. There's wealth that's actually attacking through wealth that's hurting families too, if that makes any sense. So we're seeing a lot of that. People are losing homes and everything. I work with people who literally had $1 million budgets to work with, and they're in the street. Okay. So it's a sick evil system. But I also see every day where they're giving children into the hands of abuse of all kinds. Meanwhile, when somebody makes a mistake in the past, they don't give the children back when a family changes or when something changes for the better, because they've already done their destruction. But I see so many innocent, good families without their children every single day, and it's horrifying. But we're fighting, and I really do think that CPS is about to crash. We need to take the whole system down, and I believe it is actually one thing. Jessica, I wanted you to be able to say hi to everybody, and you know, say a little bit too before we introduce this this song.
Hi.
I'm a little emotional.
I am. I'm a little emotional. It definitely hits home. I mean, the whole, I don't know, the whole system, it just, something's got to change. And I really hope that, you know, all of this that we've gone through has to be for something greater, you know?
Well, I think that all of us in this together that actually can work together, you know, the ones that can play nice in the sandbox together, I think we are doing something greater. I don't think we can see the whole picture, but God does. And, you know, that's why I'm really welcoming of all of you, and I'm really glad Robert found you guys. I'm going to play this, but now what's happening is West Virginia would not let you guys play this song, Kidnapped.
Yep.
Because it's about them.
Yep. It's about what they do. It's about CPS corruption. There's no violence in the song. There's no cursing. There's no explicit content. You could play it in a school or church. They don't want it out there because it exposes what they do. You know, they don't want to hear the truth, you know, so whatever. We're going to keep doing what we do.
So let's play it.
Let's play it.
Let's go.
Kidnap.
Hold on, hold tight.
Kidnapped, that was taken with lies. CPS tell the stories trying to ruin our lives. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, a foster kid. John Wayne, man, I feel so bad. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash. My kid was kidnapped. That was taken with lies.
It started with the way I looked, progressed to how I carried it. They couldn't stand a man like me, could understand what marriage is. From fighting for my rights and this way that I inherited. Mama raised a man that don't know nothing but to care the kids. How can they just come and take what's mine and I ain't caught a case? Never have a CPS, but still my rights were stripped away. Fighting for my right to parent cause I got tats upon my face. See through all your blatant lies, I be the one y'all love to hate. It's wrong what y'all out here doing, lying, taking people's kids. Breaking up a happy home cause y'all don't like the way we live. Long as we provide and no abuse for y'all, so mind your business. I'm messing with my right to live. You're breaking laws, release my kid. I can take it, this is real and I'ma bear it all. Lawyer, they appointed me, never even took my calls. They falsified my drug screens, flat out lying that and all. This whole case will cover up and they ain't gotta follow laws. Kidnapped.
It was taken with lies. CPS tell the stories trying to ruin our lives. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, supposed to get salary. Man, I swear it's all bad. My kid was kidnapped. It was taken with lies. CPS tell the stories trying to ruin our lives. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, supposed to get salary. Man, I swear it's all bad. My kid was kidnapped. It was taken with lies. CPS tell the stories trying to ruin our lives. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash, supposed to get salary. Man, I swear it's all bad. My kid was kidnapped.
Come on, tell me, do y'all feel my pain? Watch my wife cry herself to sleep and I can do a thing. On the verge of losing it, swear I'm about to go insane. Praying that I have the strength to make it through another day. Can't begin to understand all the stuff my kids go through, the pain they feel of what they think for Well, it's hard to bear the truth. That's the way places strangers wrote me when I heard the news. Rotting in the prison cell for something I ain't even do. The fight is real and we won't stop. So all the kids is coming home. Playing games but they ain't know they dealing with the king of guns. Lawyered up, got a people, yeah, now it's really on. He didn't take my family back and trust me, we don't stand alone. This right here's for everyone who going what we going through. Be the voice for all of y'all. The pain you feel, I feel it too. This is wrong, it's time for change. Pushing hard to make the news. Also treated Kiara Bella hope. King, this one's for you. Kidnapped. This song is for all of us facing the struggle. Our kids are being taken with lies and emotions. It's not just happening to me. It's happening to everyone all across the nation. I've seen it firsthand. I've read your stories, your letters, emails. I've read reports, actual findings. Seen it happening to my family, my friends, strangers. We are parents and we're losing our rights based on lies that are being fed to the court. DCF and all these agencies use our kids to keep themselves as vendors, create false scenarios, change the evidence, pay for words, lie under oath. This has got to stop. This is wrong. Kidnap.
I don't know what that is, sorry.
Did you unmute me? Okay, hi, we're back. Fran, are you back?
Okay, so that
Hello?
was, I'm sorry, my thing was lagging. I needed Robert to talk for a second and I couldn't shut it off, but that was Kidnapped. It's up to 47,000 views and counting. And by tomorrow, it's going to be on 5 different TV stations. So I'm going to hit Dropbox when I'm done with this live video. Did you guys want to say anything else tonight?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you hear me? Oh my God. Hello? Can you hear me, guys? Hey, if you could, go down to the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and hit that mic button and unmute yourself.
What's up, though?
Hi, brother.
What's up?
Hey, man, I'm into that. And first, before we get started here, I want to say something as far as the event that you were supposed to go perform at, okay? You know, there's no disrespect to that event. I support what they're doing, okay?
Absolutely.
I know you guys support what they're doing,
Absolutely.
but I think we need to clear something up as far as with what's going on and you know what was said and everything. So you know, the disrespect or the disrespect was uncalled for on that end, but as far as you go, I understood where you was coming from because everybody's trying to keep everybody quiet here, you know?
Right.
And you wasn't addressing the people that's running the show over there in the event. You was addressing the authorities that were coming at you. So
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
I'd like to hear.
I got nothing against Voice for the Voiceless. Nothing. I know it's not on them. You know, they got told by the police or whoever or whatever that they wasn't going to let us perform. Now, I understand that. That's not on them. I'm not upset with any of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was invited, booked to a show, where it said I would be performing this song, Kidnap. This is, they knew what it was. I don't know why. And, take us off the show, but don't lie about it. There's nothing in there that would promote any kind of hate towards anybody. It's not anti anything. It just tells the truth. It doesn't say, fuck CPS. It doesn't say stop CPS corruption in the song. It says kidnapped and they took my kids. I'm not going at any officials or anything, but it just goes to show how deep the corruption is if they don't want to let the people hear the song in public. That's what gets me. I got another message. Right. I could play the song, but I had to do it in an enclosed bar. No, that's disrespectful. I can't play it at the public event, but I can in a closed bar. Absolutely not.
Also, we felt like, not to interrupt, but we felt like together, I mean, it was an infringement on our Second Amendment right to freedom of speech. I mean, there's no derogative language or anything in that song. It's not talking about violence at all. And to us, it felt like this was their way to stop these people that need to hear this song from hearing the song. It made us want to drive to West Virginia and hand out free CDs of the song so people still got the message. Right. I mean, that's how much we're into this. Right. Nothing against Voice for the Voiceless. We know they're great people. We're on the same team. But it's the upper people that are stopping it from happening that our animosity was towards in the long run. And I hope everybody forgives us if they took it offensively or understands our position at least.
Well, that was my argument yesterday through this was how can we stop them from talking about it when we're trying to teach everybody every day to talk about it? I'm kicking my own ass here if I'm trying to do that, right? So I'm not going to kick my own ass.
We've all seen what happens when, I'm sorry, Robert. We've all seen what happens when CPS singles out a family and has that family by themselves. We've seen it over and over and over again. So what happens when the families stand together and have a voice and say, this is enough, And Brandon, young Prize, is your warrior, man. He's on the front lines as far as I'm concerned. And I'm right there with him. So we want to have a voice, man,
Well, I'll talk about something here real quick. Last year we had a major problem, and it was with another rally that was in DC. And I had to make a very difficult decision with Billy Elson because because of what happened, they wouldn't allow for the children to come to their rally because of everything that happened, but they wanted for the children to perform on their stage because Billy had a great song and a great voice, right?
Yeah.
So Billy left it up to me. He said, Robert, I need you to make the decision. How do you want to do this? Do you want me to play or you don't? And in my heart of hearts, I wanted this guy to play. I felt so bad, Yeah. I wanted him to play, and I was like, man, Billy, I really want you to play, but I know it's not what's best for our team, So I fought with it for a minute, and I think that this is just I want for the children music team to play anywhere that we can play, I mean, I really do. I want to make a major team out of this because I believe that music is going to change this.
Absolutely.
I believe that music is going to change it. Okay. Because everybody can hear it. Everybody can hear it. All right.
Absolutely.
If I'm standing there screaming about how dirty these courts are, how corrupt these courts are, how these judges are corrupt, and if I say fuck CPS, nobody's listening, right?
Well, they listen now. I had to make a shirt that said fuck CPS to get attention. Nobody was listening. Right. Till I made a fucking shirt and a song, and now they're like, oh shit. Now I had to go to extremes. They didn't take violence though, and that's what they're trying to say. We're violent. No, we're not. That's why we made a song.
Right.
There's no violence at all. And, there's been times when, I laughed at several years back. I was called a hate group. So I turned around and I said, yes, I am a hate group. You're right. They were shocked. I said, yes, I hate. the fact that they're harming families. I hate that children are being abused in the system. I hate that judges are making decisions that they want to just how the wind blows. Okay. I hate that they're stealing all people's money. I hate that they're stealing their children. They're severing children from families. They're destroying children. They're destroying the future of our country. So if you call that a hate group, then I accept, you know?
Absolutely.
But that name, kidnapped, I pray to God right now that that name goes far and wide, because that's exactly what this is. This is kidnapping. This is illegal, actually, kidnapping.
Yeah.
People need to get educated on what's happening. This needs to go, like, everybody needs to understand what's happening here, because this can happen to you. I tell this to everyone. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It doesn't matter if you're way up here or if you're way down here. It doesn't matter. They're going after everybody, and they're loving, dividing families right now. That's their next little goal. But I do believe if we keep going at the rate and the pace that we're all going in, we're going to pull this sucker down. I really believe we're going to pull this sucker down, because it's getting a lot of attention.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. We're ready.
Yeah, we
We're
are
ready.
so ready. We
For
are
the children.
And for me, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because as much as I believe in you, I think you guys believe in me, and I appreciate that. I really
Absolutely.
do. It means the world to me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we're getting ready to come out with this year. I think some new hot stuff is getting ready to come out. I think Jaydo and them's rocking the body moves. They're putting out the club bangers. Look, get on SoundCloud, listen to these guys, man. They got it. They got it. It's there. So let's help push it. I love you guys, man. I do. I truly do. And I'm gonna be in Detroit here soon to see your next show. If I can get to your next show, I'm gonna be at your next show. I promise you. Okay.
Absolutely. Hey, we got a ticket waiting for you anytime you want to come, Robert. You already know what it is, man. We love you too, brother. Bring a guest. We got 2 tickets for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder.
I appreciate that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so very much, everybody. Don't forget to listen to Kidnapped and share it all over social media. Again, guys,
we love you guys.
Appreciate y'all.
thanks
Kidnapped.
for being here, and keep singing loud and clear. Spread it, because we accept it. Because the First Amendment, freedom of speech, you have every right, and don't let West Virginia tell you differently. Because West Virginia is one of the states that actually violates the Constitution like no other state. And isn't that sad? Because it's one of the most beautiful states, one of the most beautiful mountain states that we have, and they just violate. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Love y'all.
Class. Bye.
See you soon.
Thank you, guys.